Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Hope you all are doing absolutely fine. So in my previous video I started with population and population attributes, and in today's video I'm going to start with population growth. So we are going to see here that how population growths are affected by various factors, and we are also going to study two important models of exponential growth and logistic growth. So watch this video till end and share this link to your friends also so that they can also get benefit from the topic. So let's start. In my last video I discussed about population attributes and population density. And we have seen that population does not define any particular individual. Rather it talks about number of individuals of a particular species. And when we are talking about population density, we define the number of individuals with the unit area. So for example, I am taking an example of national park which is in Uttar Pradesh, which is Dudhwa National Park. And the area or land area of this Dudhwa National Park is 1270 kilometers square. And the state animal of Uttar Pradesh is swamp deer. So this information is very useful to you all. And the population estimated for the swamp deer in 2019 was 2500. So now how we will write in terms of population density that the number of individuals of swamp deer in the defined area. So this is one of the example of population density, that when we are talking about population density, we are giving the number of individuals with a defined land area. So right now we saw an example of swamp deer that in a survey which was conducted in 2019, the population of swamp deer was 2500. But in a 2016, the population size of the same, that is swamp deer, was 2500. And by 2019, the population became 2500. So we can see that the population size increased by 200. So these type of factors are known as fluctuating factors or fluctuation in population growth. And it is not always the case that number will increase. The number can decline also. So there are many factors on which this population growth is dependent. And these factors on which the population growth are dependent are like food availability, predation or predator-prey relation, and there is one more factor which is known as immigration and immigration. So immigration or birth rate and birth rate, the two are different terms. So immigration and birth rate are the two conditions which will flourish or increase the population size. And immigration and death rate, will decline the population. And when the population size is in increased form, we denote it by positive sign, and when the population is declining, we show it by negative sign. So these are some factors on which the population growth is dependent. Either it will increase when there is more birth rate and immigration rate, the population will decline when there will be immigration and death rate. And the factors are classified in two conditions, and they are known as biotic and abiotic factors. So under biotic factors like predation and abiotic factors are like weather conditions. So these are some factors on which the population growth or fluctuation in population size are dependent. So now we are going to see the mathematical expression of population density. So suppose this is a habitat, or we call it population density, habitat with some number of individuals, and some population from outside or somewhere else entered into this habitat. So this is known as immigration, and immigration have a positive effect on the population density. That means it is increasing or flourishing the population size. Next factor is the birth, or birth is also known as natality, and it is also having a positive effect. Now some of the population from this particular area moved out, and this is known as immigration, and it is having a negative effect. And suppose death causes in this particular area is known as death and mortality, which is again having a negative impact. So we are going to give a mathematical expression for this immigration, birth and death. So how? So population density at initial, which is also denoted as N. So at initial time period, it is given as NT. Okay. So we denote it as population density at time t. Now, after time t, or the final density is given as Nt plus 1. Population density after time t. And next part is the birth and immigration, which are having positive effect. We write them as B plus I. So we are using here initial letter minus death plus immigration. So now how we are going to show this expression, we will see it here. So final density equals to initial plus birth plus immigration minus so n t plus 1 which is initial equals to nt which is nt plus 1 is the final, nt is the initial population density plus birth plus immigration minus death plus immigration. So this is the complete equation for population density. So if nt plus 1 minus nt equals to b plus I minus d plus e, we can also write in this way. So this change in population density is equal to birth rate plus immigration minus death rate plus immigration. Now I will start with population growth curve, and here we will see the two important curves which are exponential growth curve and logistic growth curve. So before starting the two population growth curves, I would like to share a very important point here, that whenever we are talking about these two curves, we consider intrinsic rate, in which we talk about natural conditions like birth rate and death rate. In a closed population. So these two factors are the natural conditions which we use for exponential and logistic growth curve. So now I will start with exponential growth curve. So exponential growth curve are also known as J curves. This name is on the basis of their graphical representation. So we are going to see the characters or features for exponential growth. So whenever there will be resources which are unlimited, so whenever resources will be unlimited in a habitat, what will happen? The number of individuals living there will increase their number. That means they will utilize the full biotic potential, and by that we will see that there will be an unstoppable growth. And when there is unstoppable growth and no check over the population, so what will happen? The population will increase. So on the basis of that, the graphical representation for exponential growth curve is based on population density with relation to time period will be a J-shaped curve, which will show the increased population size when the resources are unlimited. And how we represent it mathematically? It is dn upon dt, which is change in population density, equals to birth rate minus death rate into n, which is the population size. And this birth rate minus death rate is known as intrinsic rate, which is represented by initial r letter, and we write it as dn upon dt equals to small r, which is intrinsic rate the by population size. So this is how we graphically and mathematically represent exponential growth rate when the resources are unlimited in the habitat and there is no check on the population size. So now we are going to discuss about another population growth curve, that is logistic growth curve. And this logistic growth curve was given by Verhulst-Spur, and it is known as S-shaped curve, and it is also known as sigmoid curve. So basically, what are the conditions for logistic growth curve? That the resources become limited at certain point. Like we have seen in exponential growth curve, it said that the resources are unlimited and the population will keep on increasing. But that is not the case. Actually, the resources become limited at certain point. This is the realistic point. And what happens that the habitat support any particular maximum number of population size of any particular species. So after which what will happen, the population density will not increase and it will become constant when it reaches the carrying capacity. Okay, so survival up to this condition is known as carrying capacity. So carrying capacity is the maximum number of population size up to which in a habitat the population can survive. So this is the point. So when population size become equal to the carrying capacity, it becomes asymptote. So we can see here by graphical representation that the population size reached up to carrying capacity and after that it became constant. So what is the condition here, that k minus n, because when k is equals to n and the mathematical expression for this is that dn upon dt is equals to rn k minus n upon k. So when k equals to n, that means if suppose k is 100 and n also became 100, so it becomes 0. Now dn upon dt, this condition is also 0, and dn upon dt when it becomes 0, it is considered as constant value. So now the population is constant when it reaches k, which is carrying capacity. So this is all from this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this with your friends also, and you can also follow me on Instagram, link is in the description box. Please, you can also ask me your query in the comment section, and also you can write it in my Instagram